Okay. Hello, I'm Soumya Jha. I'm here to discuss the outcomes of my 3 months of the outreachy internship with the May 2022 cohort. The domain is Galaxy Climate to support local, regional initiatives and concrete actions to fight the climate change. I extend my gratitude to my mentors and Joan for being supportive throughout the internship. I'm from India and I'm currently in the final year at the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. And next we'll move to the next slide. This slide contains the contents that I'll be covering. We have a total of 18 slides, so stay connected. This slide and the following discusses how the weeks of my internship have been and what I have done week-wise, like in the week-wise time frame. We can come back to this later. Let's discuss it in detail in terms of mile. Mile one will cover the things that I did between week 1 to 5. Mile two covers week 6 to 10, and mile three covers the last 2 weeks. Okay. So in the very first week, I drafted a Galaxy Training Network tutorial for the NetCDF X-Array map plotting tool. The very reason is that there are more than 150 color maps and different syntax for projections, which make choosing the perfect plot very overwhelming. The tutorial is a step-by-step guide on how to use the tool along with color map and projection documentation. Feel free to read it from Galaxy Tutorial Network site under the ecology section as soon as the pull request that I made merges. Okay. So a local use case was needed to be identified so as to draft the potential tool notebooks, which involved the most frequent analysis done by scientists locally for the region of Mumbai in India. The second week saw the identification of use case of Mumbai, so we can explore that through this short video. Um, I hope you can hear the sound.
But how do we know that the climate of Mumbai is changing? Heavy rainfall and massive flooding within the city, higher minimum and maximum daily temperatures, more inflow of water during high tides indicating sea level rise, fishermen losing lives due to untimely storms and hails, fishers retreating from near the shores into deep oceans.
So we can move to the next slide now. Just a second. Yeah. So in case you missed any of the problem statements, I believe that was like not what I planned. It had some audio. Okay, so these are some of the problems that the video addressed. We are moving to the next slide now. Um, the following data sources, which I have used for analysis, shown in a couple of slides coming next. I strongly recommend any geodata enthusiast to visit these sites and explore if not done yet. This is something that I did in week 3. Okay, so I used the week 4 to sharpen my skills. Week 5 began with skimming through the code base and the GTN materials to understand how tool development takes place in Galaxy. The tool I drafted in around week 6 with the help of my mentor is a NetCDF time series extractor. The purpose of the tool is reading NetCDF data and extracting a time series into a CSV file. Yeah, the tool also plots the time series in PNG format. The tool was built because there was no such tool which focused prominently on time series plotting. The week 7 began with drafting of notebooks using interactive notebooks. That's a tool in Galaxy. The analysis of potential tool notebooks, which can be reused for the tool development. The first analysis uses the IMD, Indian Meteorological Department dataset, plotting 121 years time series of rainfall and the daily maximum and minimum temperatures for 50 years. Below is the plot for 50 years time series of daily maximum temperatures, indicating more number of days with higher maximum temperatures for the current decade. Okay. Week 9 began with plotting of a MERA dataset for the albedo values over the city of Mumbai. The first plot, as you can see, shows the same. It indicates that the albedo values have lowered down in the current decades. And the second plot is a climatogram. Um, a climatogram is basically a kind of a graph that's used to depict the climate of a place. The third plot is an NDVI analysis using a Copernicus land dataset. It's done by Anne. The plots are high quality and clearly indicates the vegetation over the Mumbai region. The fourth analysis is the silt distribution over Mumbai. The data used is harmonized world soil database. It's very obvious, like to find the silt values along the shores, as because the regions which are white, these are the regions of ocean, the Arabian Sea. Okay, and these are the links which you can visit to find the code for the analysis. Okay. Here are the two technical blogs that I've drafted. The first blog discusses Galaxy's climate workbench and existing tools. And the second blog discusses the theoretical aspects of biomes, climate, and climatology. Please feel free to give a read whenever you have time. There are available in the blog section at the Galaxy's homepage. Okay. So finally, we are here at the most interesting part of the project. That's Calvis or Galaxy Visit. So, how do you discuss an existing use case or a problem with other people? Do only the people you know help you with it? It becomes very easy with Galvez to share, seek help, and help others with their use cases, notebooks or tool notebooks. It houses a collection of all workflows published on the workflowhub.eu. So let's move to the next slide. What is the need of Galvez? So, as we can read here, there are many scientists who are great at science and understand the current needs. On the other hand, there are many developers who are great at developing but lack some scientific background. There is a need of bringing the two communities to the same platform. Getting help from community on certain topics become difficult at times. Two brains are better than one in some discussions. A place where everything can be found under the same roof is the need of the hour to save time. So I'll be navigating to the site. Okay, just a second. Okay. Bear with the UI because I'm gonna improve it in the coming weeks. Welcome to Galvez. So any new user that comes to Galvez can choose to register if they decide to take part in any interaction in the website. Without signing in or registering, you can just view all the info with no contribution access. So you can see I have already signed in. You can sign in using your email and password. Here you can see your profile. It's not an extensive dashboard, just some basic details of your profile. You can change your password or you can either log out. Okay. So at first we'll go to all workflows functionality. Whatever workflows are available at workflowhub.eu are incorporated here. Here we can search for workflows. Suppose I want to search a workflow named pathway analysis. Yeah, we can find it. And then we can navigate from here. Clicking on this, we are directed to workflowhub.eu, where this workflow is currently located. From here, we can easily run this workflow on Galaxy without any hassle. Okay. Now, coming to the heart of the site, that's the contribute functionality. Here we find the option of either uploading a use case, a tool notebook, or a notebook. All of those three have the similar functionalities. Let's discuss a use case. At first, I'll be copying some of the content for the use case. Okay. So we can add a title. We can select what topic or subtopic it falls in. We can select an image for the same. Suppose I have the title as this, and we select a topic named biology, and suitably it falls under ecology section. For choosing a file, we can select a test image that we have. And yeah, in this content section where we are uploading our like pasting our content or writing, we have some of the formatting features. Like these are, I think, sufficient to make your text look good. And if we have any of the links for the workflow link or a history link, when we are having a discussion, we would invite more information. So we can have any of the links we have, we can put it here. We can invite anybody for the discussion, and then we click submit. Clicking on submit like creates a new use case. You can see here the use case is created successfully. So where can we find the use case? Actually, what are use cases? It's any problem that you are working on or you are facing and you want others to help you with it. Suppose I have added this. Where have I added? In biology under ecology. So we'll be heading to all use cases. It's the place where all of the use cases, notebooks or tool notebooks that you are adding can be seen. Okay. So I had added under biology section for the ecology. So we are having the biology section, and we can find that, yeah, this was the thing that I added. Apart from this, where can you find the uploaded use case? In the main site, the latest uploaded use cases can also be clearly found. Clicking on visit use case here or all use cases here, we are directed to another page. Okay. Um, Here currently I have not uploaded any of the user images, so it's not showing. Here we can find there is the title that I have, the name, and the day on which I have uploaded it, the info that I had. We either we can like this or share. We can also have certain discussions. It's like suppose we say good, we can post comment, and also we can like or reply to a comment. It follows two levels of hierarchy. Okay. So after all use cases, we have all notebooks. Where this notebook comes from is when we upload a notebook here. Similarly, we can get a notebook in the all notebook section, or if we contribute to a tool notebook, we get to a tool notebook section. Okay. So how are we filtering? We are filtering using two levels of EDAM ontology, what's actually followed in the Galaxy website. Okay. The next highlight is we have an outreachy section. Yeah, for now the info hasn't been added, but I believe from the next time, outreachy section can be used to display the works of our past interns so that the ambiguity to new contributors can be reduced. Apart from this, there's one more feature that's here. Whenever you're adding any use case, the number gets automatically updated so that the user can find how much content he or she can find at the website. Okay, we have a subscribe section. In the section, any of the user can choose to subscribe to a bi-weekly or a monthly conversational kind of subscriptions like emails. And there's also an option to get feedback if the user finds anything wrong with the site or have certain recommendations for the site. The user can definitely like come and let us know. Okay, so that was all about Galvez. Let's move to the next section. So what is Galvez? I think it's pretty much clear as we have seen the actual site and we have discussed certain things. Moving to the next slide. This slide discusses what all are my future plans and scope for the project Calvis. It is divided into 5 stages. We are at the first stage. The first stage involves development on the site and developing and solving the dev related issues, right? The second stage involves creating a relevant network by making connections on LinkedIn. The third is the awareness and the data collection stage where we'll be organizing webinars and asking in feedbacks and their interest for our platforms will improve and send out invitations and ensure smooth onboarding in the in the stage of four in the stage four. Altogether, consistent developments in the stage five will make it a success. Yes, this fulfills the local aspect of our use case, that the problem that we began with at the beginning of the outreach internship. Yeah, moving to the next slide. What of outreach? To various functional areas of Galaxy. This way, we can filter out potential contributors. There is a real gap in the tools under the ecology section, and this needs to be looked after. Having a flexible but a predefined outcome and timeline of the projects reduces the ambiguity. We can surely have a like we can surely uh, ask for the suggestions and have some flexibility in the timeline, but we can have certain must achievables in our mind. This can really increase the efficiency. Finally, the Galaxy Wellbeing Mental Health Project is a great idea, and very less people are working on it in the field. We may give it a shape of a software or a platform where people can assess their health and find remedies too. Um, so thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. If you have any ideas or relevant discussions, feel free to connect on mail. Yeah, now I'm open to any question or feedback that you have. Thank you so much.